And what's this? A ranger caught off their guard. If I didn't know any better, I would say you're losing your touch. Oh. Oh, impasse, maybe. I wouldn't go that far. Interesting. I don't know if you've noticed, my blade is just as close to your neck as yours is to mine. Impasse indeed. Now I would suggest you drop your weapon and step back. Hotshot. It's good to see you too. Is that a serious question? Well, I wouldn't have known you were here except you sent Diane to circle the castle grounds. Of course I'm going to recognize her. I watched you raise her from an egg. It wasn't exactly subtle when she landed next to the training field this morning. What? I can assure you, I did not hinder her training, whatever that's supposed to mean. A few extra mice wasn't gonna hurt her. Well, I'm glad to see she at least remembered who actually gave her treats. Where is she now? Oh. No, it's just that's quite far. Nearly a day's walk from here. Why did you set up so far away? Ah. So was this supposed to be a stealth mission? No, I only asked because you did it badly. Impasse. Impasse, remember? But really, what are you actually doing here? I would be careful of that tone. You are still speaking to the Queen's captain of the guard. Oh, drunk off power indeed, and I will do anything in my power to get information that may be pertinent. So, Ranger, I will ask you again. What are you doing back in the kingdom? Oh, I would think it is very relevant considering the last I heard you were down in the southern mountains. It's a pretty long journey. Especially for, quote-unquote, nothing in particular. You used to be a member of this kingdom. Obviously, I'm going to keep tabs once you... That is not important right now. What is important is answering my question, which I do not want to ask for a third time. What? No, you're nervous. What is it? You are. I can see it plain as day on your face. You're nervous about something. What? Oh my god. They reached out to you, didn't they? Oh, they did. I knew they... Oh, who else? My busybody sibling. Whatever they told you that got you to pack up and move away from whatever mission you were on to come back here, I am sorry they have wasted your time. They told you about it, didn't they? On behalf of our dear Queen's Consort, I apologize for interrupting whatever mission you may have been on in distant lands to come back here for nothing. Whatever they told you in whatever letter they sent was a clear over-exaggeration. I am fine. Yes, I am fine. Stop. Don't do that. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That thing you do where you circle me like a vulture trying to find out what's wrong. Nothing is wrong. There's no more scars on my body than whenever you left. Major scars, anyway. It was one arrow in the shoulder. It barely even grazed me. Alright, it was stuck in the shoulder, but that is irrelevant. A few stitches and a few days without lifting my arm, and I am fine. Ranger, please tell me you didn't travel all the way back home just for that. It's not a worthy cause. Look, I'm fine. I can still handle you just as well. See? What does that have to do with anything? What exactly did they tell you in that letter? Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to know. I'm the captain of the guard. How well do you think I sleep? I am not deflecting. I'm answering your question. Oh, as if you've never answered one of my questions with a question. Well, it doesn't feel relevant right now. Or at least... it's... a slight concern of mine that may very well just be paranoia. Okay, yes, something has been on my mind, but do you understand that if I speak it out loud, with my position, where we are, it could cause... Voicing my worries may very well start the echoes of war. And I do not have enough information to make that claim yet. No, you're right. We're alone. I know that. It's force of habit, I suppose. I'm sure you can remember how many ears there are in the castle. I'll tell you what I believe, but before that, I need to ask you a question myself. You left the kingdom about 2 years ago, correct? Well, yes, officially left the kingdom. I know you've made visits back and forth, but that's different. And in all your travels, I'm sure you've gone farther than my knights ever could, correct? So you know that while our queen has done her best to strengthen her allies, there are still those who are enemies of this kingdom. I'm sure you've seen them firsthand. Keeping all of that in mind, I've heard whispers, rumors, passing conversations with no credible sources or anything like that, but there has been talk. And unfortunately, those whispers have only gotten louder and more muddled since the attack 2 months ago. We think it's Relle. Yes, the witch herself. Nearly a year ago, she tried convincing my sibling of some very unsavory lies, and, well, apparently their head wasn't the only one she was trying to worm herself into. Once enough of her pseudo-conspiracies came to light, the court came together, and with Genevieve's permission, with Genevieve's approval, she was exiled. Long time coming is an understatement. And while I'm sure no one in this court actually missed her, there were those who tried keeping tabs on her. Where she was going, who she was speaking to, anything to try to see where she would end up. Well, about 6 months ago, she disappeared. Vanished completely. That's what we thought. We had hoped that she would just fade into the shadows, never to be seen again. Some hoped it more than others. And then that's when the whisper started. I can't even go around calling it information. It's all been so vague, but from what I believe and what I remember of dealing with Relle, she is not one to just go quietly. And I know that she is not one to hide in the shadows unless she already has a knife behind her back and a target in mind. It feels silly, but I worry. Genevieve has only been queen for barely a year, and while she has done incredible work in that time, there are still kingdoms neighboring us that are not our allies. And if Relle has gone to them seeking those who would usurp Genevieve, we don't know what she's planning, and therefore we can only do the bare minimum to prepare for whatever could potentially happen. And that is also what the Queen's Consort considered. But it's not possible. At least not right now. Fine, yes. Yes, but what then? If I send out scouts or knights or anyone of the court into an enemy kingdom and they are caught trying to find information, it could be taken as a call to war. And while it's possible to send in those who are undercover, if they are caught regardless, I can't risk it. As of right now, we are still at peace, and other than a few whispers of a bitter court member, I cannot put this kingdom or Genevieve in that position. Trust me, you think I haven't thought of that? I remember Relle, and I know you do as well. If anyone would be building a secret army, it would be her. But that can't substantiate going to war. Not until we have evidence that proves it without a shadow of a doubt, but until we get that evidence, lives could be lost in the meantime, and... And I'm trying to make the right call, but as of right now, I just feel... trapped. I can't put my kingdom at risk. But I also can't leave them defenseless for whenever Relle pulls something, which I am certain that she will. But I have no proof of it. And I can't put the kingdom in a panic over something that may or may not happen. Oh, believe me, if I had the opportunity, I would go out and find the proof myself, but... Well, as you can see, I am rather busy here in the kingdom, and my absence would lead to more whispers than not. Excuse me? No. No. Because I said so. Do you hear yourself? Absolutely not. Ranger, I know you are not a member of this court officially, but you are still part of this kingdom. Yes, I understand that being a ranger gives you free reign to go wherever you please, but yes, I understand that. Would you just God, you... Thank you for reminding me why I never asked you to be part of my nights. Because of this, your attitude, you're talking back every part of you that I just... Yes, it is my call to make. And how do you figure that? When? How did you get an audience with the... Never mind. Never mind. I know exactly how you got... So what, you were going to just have an audience with Her Majesty without telling me? Without seeing me first, you were going to wait to have confirmation from the Queen before telling me about your little plan you've cooked up. Have you not yet considered that you could get yourself killed? Exactly. Any of my knights have information that Relle could keep them alive for. So as someone who is not a member of the guard or the court, you could be killed instantly. No. No, I don't want to put you in that position, and how dare you assume I would ever let you put yourself there? Fine. Yes, fine. Oh, no, you are not getting off that easy. I know that look in your eye, I know you've already made your decision, but unfortunately for you, I'm not gonna let you do anything stupid. So if you're choosing to do this for our kingdom, then I'm going to make sure that you have every available resource at your disposal. I will make sure you have every access plan ready to go. I will make sure you have a contingency plan for every possible outcome, and I will make sure that you get out of there safely. Do you understand me? Good. And you better follow every single detail to the letter, or so help me God. What? You can keep that to yourself. Right now, I need to escort you to the throne room and chew out my sibling for this absolutely ridiculous plan that you two concocted behind my back. What? Ranger, what could you possibly have as your one condition to all this? Is that all? What, no mountain of gold or reigning title or... God, what do people ask for these days? Land? Of course not. You know what? Fine. Yes, I agree, but on one condition of my own. I will only say thank you when you come home safe. Oh, yes, and by safe I mean mentally and physically, you absolute nightmare. Well, come on, Ranger. We've got a long walk back to the castle. Of course you do. What's your question? The court physician said I could go on patrols again. It's not dangerous. Fine, then it was a walk. What, am I not allowed to go for a walk anymore? There's hardly a difference, and so what? Oh, that's what you think.